I want to thank the chairman and ranking member, and I want to thank all of you for what you do for the country, and especially the sailors and Marines and the civilian workforce that work underneath you to keep our country safe. And I wanted to follow up with what you said, Admiral Hilardes, about the civilian workforce. As you know, as we look at the great work done at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, which I know that Senator King shares in the pride we have, of course, in the shipyard, that this is a very important component of the shipyard. So can you tell me how the shipyard's doing, and from your impression?
Yes, ma'am. Happy to report that Portsmouth Naval Shipyard is currently delivering its availabilities on time. They are meeting all their benchmarks and are performing at a very high level. They support additional detachments out in San Diego that are doing in-service submarine work there as well. We do have a bump in hiring at Portsmouth that'll help bring them to their full capacity, but I'm pleased to report that Portsmouth is doing very well, ma'am.
Well, that's great, and we're also really proud. I understand on the Topeka, the California, and the Springfield, they were able to perform ahead of schedule, so we hope to do more of that.
Yes,
very proud of them, so thank you. And I wanted to follow up in that regard on the importance of our attack submarine fleet. I know that the chairman in his opening statement, and I believe the ranking member as well, may have referenced when it comes to the Virginia-class submarines, as we look at the retirement of the Los Angeles class, which is happening more quickly, we're going to be in a position where the current number of attack submarines will drop in the next decade from about 54 now to about 41. Yet, what's been the request in terms of the need by our combatant commanders for attack submarines? As I understand it, that we're only meeting about half of their requests at this point.
Yes, ma'am. We're meeting approximately 54% of their requests for our forces out there right now with the submarine force we have.
So one of the things as we look at going forward, it seems to me very important that we stay on track to continue building the 2 Virginia-class submarines a year. Otherwise, we're going to have a pretty significant gap in terms of our capability that we need to defend the nation and the need for the attack submarine fleet. Would you all agree with me on that?
Yes, ma'am.
And how important is it that Congress provide reliable and sufficient funding so the Navy can fully implement the Block 4 multi-year procurement contract going forward?
Well, the basis of the savings that we're achieving in the Block 4 contract are all tied to stability of funding. So when we came forward with the certification of the multi-year and basically took credit for the savings, that was all predicated on future budgets being supported in a timely manner.